My question has to do a little bit with Jordan Peterson. The recent hysteria with, Canada's Bill C-16.
Yes.
With the compelled speech law, right? I just want to know, do you think that there's anything to worry about in America as far as compelled speech goes, government overreach?
Yes. And so I think that anti-discrimination laws are going to be used as an excuse to crack down on religious institutions and people who disagree. So the way this will happen, because that's what Bill C-16 is. It's an anti-discrimination law. The idea is that you are discriminating against people if you do not use their proper pronoun. Right? This already exists, by the way, I believe, in New York City. The New York City Human Rights Commission passed an ordinance that will fine restaurants like $250,000 if they do not address a patron by the pronoun that person wishes to be addressed by. I don't know.
The hourglass filling at the bottom. I see is shocking, like I'm the only one that see the problem. Insanity is normal and it's popping. The truth, the only pill refused to swallow. We rushing in tomorrow, break pumping ain't an option. The First Amendment faded like the credit of beginning of the ending, and the people did the killing. I used to want the millions, now I wanna change and ain't nobody trying to feel them. I'm crazy to the masses, yaying on these bastards. Choices I be making guarantee 100 lashes. They sinking in oblivion, I purposely was next to them. They wanna be the outcast, some other AT alien, but I am not a coward. My DNA is power. I refuse to rip and made a tradition of ours. The focus is to come up, my business is to speak it. They tell you give back, but only money, not your teaching. Gag orders.
That also requires a Supreme Court that's willing to implement the First Amendment, and so that depends a lot on whether Justice Kennedy has had his ballot movement that day. It's impossible to predict whether Justice Kennedy is going to go one way or another on any particular issue. I do see this happening in California. There was already an attempt to strip the Boy Scouts of their 501c3 status in the state of California because the Boy Scouts weren't allowing gay scoutmasters. You could certainly see something very similar.
Afraid to say what's real, afraid of getting stoned. You living on your knees or the next to get the throne. Probably next to ride the wave, but it isn't what you thought. This is not the wave to ride, this is murder at its core. Could crush you with the weight, had you sleeping with the fish. Perpetrating you a shark, octopussy with you is. Popular to be a clone, safe to blend in with the crowd. If you thought to disagree, you won't say it out your mouth. Every leader I respect, people never get behind. Plus it's easier to front online, not the front line. I bold face say what I want and stand on it. Bare feet calloused out, cause the way that I stomp. World peace sound perfect, but the day that it come, it's the devil and fly packaging. It isn't the sun. I got love and got soldiers in the clip of my gun. They follow orders, not a gag, 2 amendments in 1.
A nonprofit status, but you're violating our view of what should happen with regard to marriage. The state now recognizes marriages between men and men and women and women, so we're going to remove that status from you. I think that we're moving pretty quickly in that direction. That's where the left clearly wants to go. The only question is whether the constitutional barriers will be strong enough to prevent it.
Think they are?
Again, I think that it depends. I think it's up to us. I don't rely on the Supreme Court to protect the Constitution because it historically has done a pretty poor job of it.
Perhaps Daniel Webster put it best when he remarked that if he were deprived of all his rights save one, he would preserve the freedom to speak, for by proclaiming it, he could regain all the others which he had lost.